Welcome back, race fans, to the Yahoo Cup Series for the penultimate race here for the Season 1. For the second to last race of this season, we are visiting the Great Deserts of Phoenix, Arizona. This is a flat oval just under 1 mile in length and races quite similarly to New Hampshire Motor Speedway. It's a 10-lap event today with another new Cup driver of AJ Allmendinger joining us from Colleague Racing. As we complete seeing the rest of the field, let's check out our ones to watch. Kyle Larson's going to start on the pole today at Phoenix. He is still searching for his first Yahoo Cup Series win. Christopher Bell has been consistent throughout this entire season, and he has Yahoo on the hood today. Ryan Blaney is currently third in the point standings. Is he a championship favorite going into next week? AJ Allmendinger is here in his first Yahoo Cup Series race, looking to carry momentum to Season 2. Let's get to pit road and get the command.
What's up, NASCAR Nation? Y'all ready for some racing? Y'all come say it with me. Drivers, start your engine!
We have the field coming off of pit road here, so let's head to our starting lineup. We have Kyle Larson on pole with Denny Hamlin going to be on his inside, William Byron and Brad Keselowski in row 2. Row 3 is Christopher Bell, Ross Chastain, and in row 4 is Ryan Blaney and Kyle Busch. Row 5 has Eric Jones and Daniel Suarez, and row 6 is Kurt Busch and Martin Truex. Row 7 is a couple of Fords, Kevin Harvick, Joey Logano, and row 8 is Hendrick teammates, Chase Elliott and Alex Bowman. Row 9, Bubba Wallace, Austin Cindric, and row 10 is Chris Buescher and newcomer AJ Allmendinger. Row 11 is Ricky Stenhouse, Chase Briscoe, row 12, Cole Custer, Harrison Burton. Then following behind them is Corey LaJoie, Todd Gillen in row 13, and then row 14 is Kaz Grala and Eric Almirola. Row 15 is Kimi Räikkönen and Josh Bilicki, and row 16 is Ty Dillon rounding out the field. Here at the Phoenix Raceway, like I said before, it's a 1 mile flat track. It's a 10-lap race with 31 cars. Kyle Larson is on the pole, and it's the penultimate race of the Yahoo Cup Series Season 1. As here's your field ready to take the green flag here at Phoenix. As green flag is in the air, Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin will lead them into this dogleg section where they can go anywhere they want, high or low. As it looks like Kyle Larson's going to edge Hamlin out entering turn 1, and Christopher Bell's going to take him 3 wide early all the way on the inside. But going all the way down there does not give you a good run, as you see as Brad Keselowski surges up into second, but Denny Hamlin going to power back on the inside. Kyle Larson clears Hamlin for the lead there and will lead lap 1. As Christopher Bell does. They're 4 wide going through the dogleg. Like I said before, you can go all the way to the bottom. As Kyle Larson still leads, Hamlin Brad still battling for second, Christopher Bell in fourth. Ryan Blaney is going to lose fifth to Ross Chastain as there's 3 wide battling for fifth as we go on board with Christopher Bell. Giving Brad a push into the turn is going to have to slow him down a little bit, going to get Bell to the outside. As Kyle Larson will lead lap 2, he is pulling away from his leaders as Kyle Busch is going to sneak there to the inside. As Ross Chastain will take him 4 wide going into turn 1. Hamlin's going to get loose, pushed by Brad, a little bit of contact there. As Kyle Busch is going to gain a lot of spots. So there goes Denny Hamlin. He's going to go around right in front of the field, collecting a couple of Fords there. Looks like Brad Keselowski and Ryan Blaney were the cause of that. Let's check out a replay here. As off the corner, Hamlin just runs high as Ross and puts Ross Chastain in the wall. It's going to bounce off of him, as it did not help any with Brad Keselowski pushing him off the corner. But this all started back when Keselowski pushed Hamlin into the turn, getting him really loose, as it looks like Blaney just sent him around trying to get through, as Harvick and Logano have a little bit of damage. As a lot of people came to pit road, Christopher Bell and Ross Chastain being the first 2 there, as leading them off pit road is Christopher Bell, with a lot of Toyotas following behind him, Martin Truex and Kurt Busch. Ross Chastain seems to lose a couple of spots. He had to get some repairs on that right rear when Hamlin bounced off of him, as a lot of Toyotas moving to the front. Christopher Bell, Martin Truex, Kurt Busch, and Bubba Wallace all in the top 5 off of pit road. But up front here, it's a couple of Hendrick Chevys and Kyle Busch that are going to lead him back to the green flag. Kyle Larson opting to choose the outside once again, as it worked out for him on the first start of the race. As green flag's back in the air, with Chase Elliott going to shoot 3 wide inside to the bottom of Kyle as we go side by side with the leaders. William Byron going to push his teammate into turn, as a lot of the Toyotas going to the outside to try and gain some spots. Chase Elliott's going to clear Kyle Busch for second as he made a bold move into turn 1. But Kyle Larson will once again clear for the lead here early, and he'll try and pull away as he's got a couple of Hendrick teammates right behind him with Elliott and Byron, as there's Toyotas all over the place trying to find their way back up to the front here. As they're 4 wide. As there's going to be a big crash. Bubba Wallace goes across the racetrack, collecting Toyota teammate Martin Truex and taking out a lot of other good cars here. And a lot of people that stayed out trying to take a bold strategy, as we are under red flag conditions. As there's a massive crash in the dogleg. Let's look at the replay here, as they were almost 5 wide through the dogleg, and they just ran out of space as Bubba and Stenhouse, it looked like, pinched Gilliland, and Gilliland did not lift, sending both of them into the outside, with Kurt Busch having nowhere to go, or Ty Dillon or Blaney. And Martin Truex was on fire lately, but this is going to end his streak of top 5 finishes, as everyone who stayed out on that last caution looks to have come to pit road, or most of them at least, as Hendrick Chevys lead them off with Kyle Busch as well, as Brad Keselowski and Hamlin still trying to repair their cars after that first wreck. As here, Lawson and Elliott still come out first and second, Kyle Busch and Byron swapping positions. Corey LaJoie seems to have moved his way up. He gained a lot of spots, although he did lose a spot on pit road, as Allmendinger, Suarez, and Jones are 3 cars that have still decided to stay out here and not come to pit road. They're going to get swallowed up here on this next restart. As green flags back in the air, Allmendinger and Suarez will lead them through the dogleg, but Christopher Bell is immediately going to the outside. Eric Jones getting swallowed up in the middle by Chastain and Bowman. As they're 4 wide through the turn here, Christopher Bell and Ross Chastain outside and inside, as they're going to be side by side for the lead now. Allmendinger, Suarez, and Jones dropping like rocks on those old tires, but Christopher Bell will clear Chastain into turn 3 and 4, and he will be able to lead this lap, with Briscoe now up at the front. Briscoe's had a rough season so far, and he's looking to try and end on a strong note, as Ross Chastain crosses over Christopher Bell, getting to his outside going into 1. As Chase Briscoe all the way in the bottom. Bowman trying to regain the points lead here, as Cole Custer, Chris Buescher are now battling for 5th. They've moved up there, but here comes Elliott and Larson right behind Buescher and Custer. As for the lead, Ross Chastain's going to be able to lead that lap. We go on board with Alex Bowman here. He has a run. He's going to push Chastain just right by Christopher Bell. As Chase Briscoe goes to the inside, he drives it in way deep. 3 wide. Chase Elliott now has entered the top 5 once again, as Chris Buescher is still trying to fight back, with Larson, Byron, and Kyle Busch all right behind them. As now Chastain and Briscoe are side by side for the lead. Christopher Bell has fallen solidly in the 3rd, as he's now 3 wide middle. As Chase Elliott almost gets spun out by his teammate William Byron, but he's able to save it. As Chastain and Briscoe still side by side. Briscoe sends it into 1, but Chastain's going to be able to cross him over here. Kyle Larson all the way in the bottom, as it looks like Alex Bowman got on the wall just a little bit there. But Briscoe and Chastain still side by side for the lead. Kyle Larson's now going to take 3rd from Christopher Bell. Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch side by side for 5th. As Chastain will lead him to the white flag. Last lap here. Kyle Larson shoots to the inside. Chase Briscoe trying to fight back on the outside, but Larson's going to dive it to the bottom. He's going to sneak to the inside of Chastain. Chase Elliott now up to 4, side by side with Briscoe. Larson and Chastain side by side going down the backstretch. Chastain's going to edge out a little bit, though. Here comes Kyle Larson. One more send into the turn here. Coming to the checkered flag. Larson's right there. It's going to be a photo finish at the line, but it looks like Ross Chastain is going to be able to get the win over Kyle Larson by a nose right at the finish line. What a crazy finish here at Phoenix. As we see a replay, Chastain's able to power back on the outside and hold off Kyle Larson, who's on the bottom. Wild finish here. Chastain was able to just move through the field quicker than anyone on those new tires after that first pit stop. As here we see the finishing results. The top 20, Ross Chastain comes home with the win. Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott get the 2nd and 3rd. Briscoe might have gotten his first top 5 or second top 5 of the season. He's had a rough season, trying to just carry some momentum into season 2 here. As we see the rest of the field, Kurt Busch, Ryan Blaney, and Martin Truex, all 3 drivers were championship contenders, now getting poor finishes. That might take them out of the points. As we see the point standings here now, championship contenders with an asterisk next to the name. The entire top 10 still theoretically has a chance to win the championship. However, Kyle Busch, William Byron, Chase Elliott, and Ross Chastain have pretty far points leads on the rest of the field, as Blaney and Keselowski still can race for a championship. However, it's going to be a tough fight for them, when Kurt Busch is unfortunately the first guy out contending for a championship after getting a last place finish here at Phoenix. As the final spot in the point standings, AJ Allmendinger at his first race, he's just looking to carry momentum into season 2.